I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his blackface.
He's looks like a white kid, actually. He's looks like a white kid, actually. He's looks like a white kid, actually. Cool, there go the notifications. 2650. Never a 15-year-old kid with a toy gun. It's a fucking grandmother with a fucking bag in her hand, or it's just a guy with a briefcase in his hand, you know. But it's never gonna be a 15-year-old kid that's pulling a gun out of his waistband and to lay it down in front of you. Which is, you guys all saw the kid laid the gun down in front of him, but that wasn't enough, bro. Okay, here it comes. So I've been accused of being a racist, not by Grandpa, but by his followers who are misinterpreting his post. Grandpa said somebody said something racist on my show last night, which he was speaking in character of the police officer, I'm pretty sure, and we're going to go over that. Because I know Billy's not a racist, right? Billy doesn't hate people based on the color of their skin. Hey, Holly, Steve, Sean. But Billy made a comment. Grandpa didn't like it. I didn't like the comment either. You know, and I clarified it by saying the kid wasn't black. Yeah, Billy was speaking in an accent. Like it wasn't him. Like he was trying to talk. It was obvious. Billy laughed at his own statement. I never laughed at it because I didn't find it funny. Now, I hope Grandpa clarifies that with his audience because I'm getting trashed all up and down Truth Social right now by people who pretended to be my friend for the last 10 days. Now they're all calling me a racist without actually listening to the fact that I didn't say it. All right? And we're going to play it back, and you're going to hear my reaction to what Billy said right now so you all get the truth. But, you know, I love how Grandpa throws this out there, right? And and I'll give Grandpa this. He was accurate. He said he laughed. He's like, he said it and he laughed about what he said. He didn't say Nay laughed at what he said. He said he laughed at what he said, and he did laugh at what he said. It wasn't me. Right? So all of you need to listen to the clip and notice it's not me being the racist. Okay? Number one. Number two, chill out, man. You know, you guys, are you kidding me? I'm the fucking racist? Really? That's hilarious, man. So, you know, back off with your bullshit slanderous accusations. All of you, calm down and come in here and, you know, understand what's going on. We are live, right? On Rumble? Good. We're live on Rumble? Good. Here, check this out. I'm playing it a little slower. So I'm not gonna. The video is never flaunt your knowledge. Instead, let them slowly figure it out for themselves. Respect. This is 3:26:43 into the video. 3 hours, 26 minutes, and 43 seconds into my video. And let me also say this: anybody that podcasts 3 times a day and does 4 or 5 hour shows, you're gonna find some shit that you don't like. I suggest you get over it. Remember all the fun you've been having. All right.
No, man. I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
Right. You guys hear that? He's doing that with the southern accent, acting like a redneck. You know? So Billy's not racist. You know, maybe listen to it a few times and see what he says there, but I think you guys just completely jumped the gun on this one and missed the whole... You're missing the whole fucking point if you think I'm a racist. With a fucking bag.
You know, the guy who wrote the bill to end police brutality against black people. Yeah, that's the racist guy. You know, the guy who loves Grandpa found out that he's a black guy. Love the guy. I don't care what color you are. Yeah, that's the racist. You guys need to go back to school. You guys need to come back into this fucking classroom and learn that I am not the racist. You got to come back to my class and sit down in this class and shut the fuck up and listen for a change instead of exploding on some shit that you didn't even read correctly on a Truth Social post. You misread what he said, everybody. God, I'm not even the fucking racist. I can't wait for Grandpa to straighten this shit out for me. God damn it.
Or it's just a guy with a briefcase in his hand, you know. But it's never going to be a 15-year-old kid that's
Listen to Billy.
Down out of his waistband.
Right here.
And to lay it down in front of you.
Which is, you
26
guys all saw the kid laid the gun
2640.
down in front of him, but that wasn't enough, bro.
Right here.
So I'm not gonna play.
No, man. I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
He's looks like a white kid, actually.
Billy laughs.
He
I don't
actually
laugh.
looks like a white kid.
Where am I laughing?
Here's the link.
I know that. I know. I'm just saying.
He's just
Those
saying.
of you in the
This is
chat
the way people are. I don't understand why this is so hard for people to grasp.
Swayze thinks police
Yeah.
are trained.
How
well.
dare Billy gets into character for 3 seconds and nobody can seem to understand what Billy is doing there. Oh, shoot him in his black face, you black kid. Do you guys hear what he's saying? Do you hear the accent? Do you hear him acting like a dumb, ignorant redneck when he does it? So, there you go. You guys aren't going to speak any... None of you are going to say anything to me now in my chat? Not a word. Nothing. Sorry, I'm going through this bullshit. Hey, he's got every right to be upset with what Billy said. I think he should have spent a little bit more time listening to the accent that Billy was using. It was completely obvious that Billy was doing that in character, if you know what that means. He wasn't saying that if it was him, he would do it. He was saying, a typical redneck thinks that way. And Billy didn't know if the kid was black or white. He was just being silly and hyperbolic, and let it go. You guys need to let that shit go. He wasn't being a racist. Oh, there's my African-American friend. Oh, that didn't seem to bother you. That doesn't seem to bother you at all. So, I mean, when you have a friend that's African-American, you point at him and say, there's my African-American friend. No, that's racist. But you don't have a problem when Trump does it, but when Billy does it in character, you can't even distinguish. Nobody's going to say anything, huh? I'm going to end this fucking show. I might not even podcast for you guys on Rumble anymore. I'm unbelievable that not one of you is going to engage me in conversation over this. You'll go over on Truth Social and you'll slander me, and you won't come in here, and after I showed you the evidence, you won't apologize. And Nay's got the evidence. Nay did not laugh. Not a fucking peep out of you guys. Crazy. Wow, man, this is fucking slander at its best. This is me getting slandered by a bunch of people who are too lazy to read or go watch a video for themselves. And I gotta say, Grandpa, it would have been nice if you'd put a clip up so everybody could have heard that it wasn't me laughing. It would have been great. But the way you worded it, I thought you were saying I laughed at Billy's joke too, man. I saw it. I saw the way you worded it. He said these things and he laughed. That's what you said. You didn't say he said these things and Billy laughed at his own joke. It would have been nice. But now you've really taken some license with me here, Grandpa, and you've really thrown me under the bus. I would really appreciate you coming in here and setting the shit right. Right here, right now, my live stream. I'm pretty sure you know I'm live right now. The one thing I've wanted more than anything, and sacrificed almost anything. Oh, wait, there's Burner Mom. Thank you, Burner Mom 9. You just saved the whole goddamn community. It was only going to take one of you to talk to me. Just one. Didn't read it. Well, it's not, Grandpa didn't slander me. Grandpa was upset about something Billy said and laughed at. Okay, Billy was high with me. We were both high. We were being hyperbolic and trying to give you guys some content. Billy thought maybe you guys would, understand where he was coming from. And I'm sure he wasn't doing it to troll you. Because when Billy trolls, he's really good at it. But he was just engaging me in conversation. And what he did, I totally understood. He went into an accent, a deep southern accent, and acted like a dumb redneck. And acted like he was racist for 3 seconds. And he giggled about it because people are so fucking dumb. It's that stupid that it's funny. To an extent, it is funny. I'm talking about a kid getting shot in the belly. I didn't find it so humorous, But what I was going to say was, as bad as I've wanted views, and I would have done almost anything, the one thing I will not do, I will not throw my friend Billy under the bus and sacrifice our friendship because you misinterpreted his humor. He's over the top. You got to put on your big boy pants if you're going to hang out with us. Okay, you're going to have to be stronger. You're going to have to be, an adult. It's like you're going to go out to dinner and have a couple beers, and with your friends, there's going to be some shit talked. Are you going to be all butthurt about it? Get over it. It wasn't intended at you. It wasn't a racist comment directed at anybody. He was just being silly and acting like a lot of rednecks feel. And we know there's racism out there. Or is there no racism? Billy's just making shit up. I seem to remember a father-son team, this has happened twice, getting in their pickup truck and killing an African-American man that was jogging in their neighborhood. And then a father-son team went and shot at a FedEx driver, African-American. I know there's problems with racism in this country, and I fucking hate it, and I hate racists. Understand, it took me years to figure out that Donald Trump wasn't the racist that I thought he was. You're gonna fucking erase all of that over a silly comment that Billy made when he wasn't even being serious? I don't know how many times I have to play it. And I can't believe Burner Mom's the only one to come to my rescue, but I gotta say, Burner Mom, you are the queen of all right now in my eyes. You have completely helped out that community just by saying what you said to me in my chat, and I so appreciate you. I want you to know that. You were relieved to see that I did not laugh. Yeah, it would have been nice if Grandpa had told people I wasn't the one laughing at the racism. You think I'm having a racist in my chat? So I can shoot down racism? So I'm going to have a racist in here that's going to talk shit? Dude, I recognized it last night when he said it that he was being hyperbolic. That's why I didn't even spend any time on the comment. You love me? I love you too, Burner Mom 9. Thank you so much for the support. There's a whole bunch of other people in your community that are refusing to talking in here right now. They're scared, and you're not scared. You've got a spine, and I appreciate you so much, Burner Mom 9. I really appreciate you so much just for having my back on this. It wasn't me. You guys are jumping my shit over something I didn't even say, man. I bring you content. You're going to hear things you don't like. You're going to see things you don't like. You might even hear me say some things you don't like. You got to grow past that shit, man. If we're going to do anything, if we're going to accomplish anything. Oh, you're sending angels? Is Jazzy O one of them? Hi, Jazzy O. I ain't scared of nothing, says Jazzy O. Thank you, Jazzy O. I'm so glad you're here. I know you and I had a little problem before. But you can see that I'm not a pedophile, and you can see that I'm not a racist. It's pretty obvious. Go read my bill to end police brutality, man. Go read my bill written in 2014. If I didn't like African Americans, why would I write a bill to Congress trying to stop police from killing African Americans in the street? Come on, guys. And some of you said last night I was a little hyperbolic and angry and you'd never seen me like that or whatever. And I told you guys, go back and watch my old shows. You understand what I am and where I come from and what I'm about and blah, blah, blah. It shouldn't be, when I yell and scream and rant and rave, it should not be a surprise at all, guys. This is a show, and I produce over-the-top, non-advertiser-friendly content. That's what I do. I don't have to get paid, so I don't care about that. I could come in here and curse and do whatever I want, and it's a lot of fun. As soon as you stop having fun, you can stop watching my show, I guess. But last night, I thought we were all having fun, man. I thought we were all having a great time. I really did. And you want to let all that go because you guys are misperceiving something that Grandpa said, and Grandpa basically got it right. Billy said something fucked up. He didn't like it. He's more than fair to let me know he wasn't happy with that, and he wants to see where the show's headed. Hey, I'll tell you right now, nipped in the bud, bro. There won't be any more racist bullshit in here. I'm gonna have a talk with Billy. He'll understand. He'll be nicer. He's a good guy. He wants to see me do good. You know why? Because he watches my show every time, man. He's here all the time. He loves the show and he loves me. Bro, him and I are friends, man. We ship each other gifts and stuff, man. We're friends. So understand that. You're barking up the wrong tree, man, if you think Billy Ballantyne's a racist. Yeah, he's a hardcore motherfucker, but he is not a racist. He hates racism, man. He says he's right in the middle of it, He lives in Tennessee. He says he's surrounded by it, and he fucking can't stand it. He's one of us. Yes, yes, Patriot Farmer, New Jersey. Yes, racism, yes, was contrived and taught to people to keep us separated. Yes. Every one of us is placed into multiple boxes. Yes, and taught to defend our box. Yes, it's stupid. Yes. There's
No such thing as color, just a twist. Yes, Patriot Farmer, New Jersey gets it. But if somebody says something and it's vulgar and it's triggering and it has, hateful overtones to it, and you want to base it on the color of somebody's skin, then what else are you going to call it? You got to call it racism, because you're right, it's baked into the system, right? We can't act like there is no racism because there is no race. There is no race. There's no race. But unfortunately, there's hate. And when hate is based on the color of the skin, we got to call it racism, right? Billy was not hating based on color of skin. Billy was exposing hate based on color of skin by making that comment. You guys need to understand that. And if you don't understand that, he's going to fucking hate you guys. You have to come to that understanding. You're going to want to be friends with this guy. He's awesome. You've been very tame lately, freaking Oracle. I hope I'm not running off my old hardcore fans because I've been a little bit nicer. Susie Q, I never knew, but a few racists, maybe 20 years ago, there were a lot more, but as time's moved, I don't know any, but didn't see yesterday's show, but Billy's always been silly. I don't know, about 6 years. Susie Q, it's truly awesome friendship you have with Billy. Thank you, Sean. Not everyone can pick up shit. I guess you're saying pick up something. Susie Q, right on. That word's blocked. I am so happy to see some of you guys coming in here and talking to me now. I was really scared that this was going to end, and I don't want it to end. I want to have these numbers. I want to be speaking to you. I want you to enjoy the show, whether you agree with my narrative or not, and I want to be friends. Contentious. Oh, I've got it. Dude, I've got the video right here for all of you to see. You can see the context. You can see what we were talking about. You can see where Billy was at. It's not just a statement that you got to kind of decipher. It's going to be what happened last night. We're going to watch it. I wish Grandpa was here. And if Grandpa was watching, I'd play it right now. Because I know he watched it. And I don't know how many times he watched it, but I've watched it several times already. And, okay, first thing I noticed was I didn't laugh. That was the first thing I noticed. Second thing I noticed was Billy was in character. Billy wasn't speaking for Billy Ballantine. Billy was speaking for a typical redneck racist asshole. He was making a point that racism exists, that police kill people because it's a black person with a black face. That was the point he was making, guys. He said it hyperbolically in maybe a vulgar fashion, but certainly we can all do that. Like I said, you guys love Donald Trump. Who's rougher than Trump, man? Who counterpunches harder than Trump? You can't take somebody being hyperbolic and playing a character for a couple of seconds? I mean, Billy was supportive the whole night, guys. He's been supportive every show that we've done. He comes in here, he helps entertain you guys, he helps talk. He's one of us, man. So, this is not the worst of my problems today. I got fucking ripped off last night. Somebody got a hold of one of my credit cards and started burning it up. Luckily, it was a Discover card, and Discover reversed all the charges, so it's not going to cost me a penny. But the person who did all that shit, they're going to get away with a whole bunch of merchandise. $500 worth of merchandise from fucking 10 different stores. So I got that going on this morning when I woke up. Then I come over here to do my show, and I see the recent post from Grandpa, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, my life wasn't complicated enough this morning. I'm about to lose my entire following over a misconception. And the thing I loved about Grandpa's post was he said, I want to wait and see where this goes. Not the rest of you. You guys were already throwing the fucking rope over the tree limb for me, man. You guys were all ready to fucking throw me in the dirt. None of you were giving the benefit of the doubt to me. And he gave you the license for benefit of the doubt. He said, let's wait and see what's up. Let's see what transpires. No, not y'all. No. He's a racist. I knew something was up with that Nay guy. What? What? Show me your evidence, man. You should go through and read I can't even do it because it gets me too upset. It's just knife after knife after knife after knife sticking out of my back. I'm a fucking porcupine, man. I got so many knives in my back this morning. Somebody was impersonating me yesterday. Somebody was impersonating me the day before. I don't even care about that shit. I told Grandpa that shit happens to me all the time. I don't even think about it anymore. But this is going to stop today. And you guys are you're going to hear the truth from me, and I'm going to give you the fucking evidence right here, what Billy said
the context in which it was said, and the attitude and the character that Billy was playing when he said the words. You know, has Donald Trump ever acted like somebody else? Has he ever acted like somebody? Oh, I don't know. In character, oh, Donald Trump's retarded. Oh my God, Donald Trump, he can't move his arms anymore. Oh, Donald Trump, he's talking like he's got a physical disability. Oh, I don't remember. That was Donald Trump. You didn't have a problem when Donald Trump was in character, but Billy's in character doing it. Oh, now you got a fucking problem. Billy's a racist. Sorry, not gonna go there with you guys. Not even gonna go there with you. Billy is completely innocent. I don't even have to talk to him. You guys need to get over this shit. And I would love to have some apologies from all the fucking knife stabbers, all the backstabbers. I'd love to get some apologies from everybody that talked shit about me on Truth Social this morning. That would be fucking great. I'm here. I'm accepting apologies all day. But first I'll give you the evidence, and then you can send your apology after you hear this tape. All right, listen to this. 3:26:44.
I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
He's looks like a white kid, actually. He actually looks like a white kid. And here's the link.
I know it. I don't. I'm just saying.
Those of you in the chat that want to see Swayze thinks police are trained well. Oh yeah, they're really. Ever a 15-year-old kid with a toy gun, it's a fucking grandmother with a fucking bag in her hand.
Here it is one more time.
Or it's just a guy with a briefcase in his hand, you know. But it's never going to be a 15-year-old kid that's...
And I'll give Billy major credit for this one. He knew what he was going to say before he said it, and he cammed up so you could literally see his face, because he didn't want anybody, misinterpreting it, who was saying the words, so he put his face on there so all of you could see it was him saying it. You could totally see what's going on here.
Pulling a gun out of his waistband and to lay it down in front of you, which is, you guys all saw the kid laid the gun down in front of him, but that wasn't enough, bro.
Here it is.
So I'm not gonna play.
No, man. I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
He's looks like a white kid, actually.
So, is it possible that Billy was laughing at my response going, he looks like a white kid, actually? And then Billy laughed. Maybe he wasn't laughing at his own blackface comment. He knew what he was going to say. Why would he laugh at his own comment? He laughed after I started responding like Bueller. And that, he found that funny. But he doesn't think racism is funny, and he doesn't think a redneck that wants to shoot someone in their face because their face is black is funny. So you guys are way barking up the wrong tree, and I'll accept my apologies now. For all the backstabbers. If you were on that post and you talked shit about me being a racist, I wasn't even the one who said it. I was trying to defend a poor 15-year-old kid that got shot by a cop. It wasn't even a black-white thing or whatever. But whatever. Go ahead and give me, who's the first person to give me an apology that talked crap about me on Grandpa's Truth Social post this morning? Can't wait. Can't wait for my first apology. Who's the person big enough that talked shit about me, not just somebody that saw this or whatever, want somebody who literally threw me under the bus? And there's a whole bunch of names on there. It is sad to see you this upset. Know that you... Patriot Farmer, New Jersey. You know what? Patriot, I don't want to be upset. Ursa's like, wasn't me. I don't want to be upset. Okay, so I'm going to stop being upset right now. How about that, Patriot? Being a little hyperbolic to get more people in here. Acting a little pissed off to get more people in here. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play that shit. This was childish. It doesn't even deserve all the attention that I'm giving it. Not Grandpa. Grandpa had every right to misinterpret what he saw. And that's fine. And say how he felt. I'm glad he did. Great. But when his followers misinterpreted what Grandpa said and started attacking me after hanging out with me for 10 days and seeing what I'm about and not being able to just get into their thoughts and be like,
Well, I know Grandpa said that there was something racist said, but, Nays never struck me as a racist. In fact, Nays never said a single racist thing ever. In fact, Nate says race doesn't exist and that we shouldn't be racist against each other. Wow, Nay loves everybody. He says it all the time. Nay loves Grandpa. Nay loves all of us. None of those backstabbers had any of those thoughts. Oh, I watched his show. Oh, he's a dick. He's a racist. What? You didn't watch my show. Or if you watched it, you didn't pay attention. Nay, I love you, Jazzio. Thank you. Wasn't me. Hey, Trendy Orca One Hippie Chick says hi. That was sarcasm at its finest. That was sarcasm at its finest. Thank you, Oracle. Yes, of course it was. Billy's the king of sarcasm. And if you guys don't like it, if you guys can't take sarcasm, if you can't take humor that's over the top, you are watching the wrong show, man, because I'm telling you, that we get crazy up in here. And I tried to ease you guys in. I tried to get your toe in the water. And some of you are okay with it. But, I'm not here to talk shit about people that have different skin color than me. Ever. If your skin color is different than me and I'm talking shit about you, it ain't about your fucking skin color. I promise you that. Barack Obama. Just saying. Hey, OG420 Jr., where you been all my life? Susie Q. Hate to see you upset, Nay. Hope he gets better. Love you. Susie Q. Hope mom and dad are doing it. Thank you. Anti-values. Cheers, Nay. Long time no see from Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe with Joe. Joe with a Joe. Cup with a hole. Hey, Cup of Joe. What's up, buddy? Pick up silly joking. Hilarious. Silly Billy can be hilarious, but love you, Nay. Have a good day. Trump plays retarded really well. None of you had a problem with that. None of you have a problem with Donald Trump going, I don't know what I did know. Yeah, you guys didn't have a problem with Donald Trump playing a character. So, don't have a problem with Billy Valentine playing a character. He was playing a character of a redneck cop. And, even before I heard him in character, I'm like, Billy did not say that in seriousness. I had to go back and listen to it. I was high last night. I did remember it, but I didn't remember exactly how it went down. I went and I watched it, and I was shocked that I was even getting called out for this. And if you had just listened to it a couple times, just play it back a couple times, there should be no question. And I'd like to play it again for you, for anybody just coming in that may have missed this. This really is, it's not fair that this has happened to me this morning. But, hey, par for my fucking life, dude. I'm used to shit like this happening to me. And if you all leave me based on this post and all the responses that people are saying, all I can say is goodbye. It was fun. And I'm sorry that you guys feel that way. It's not the way I wanted it to go. That's for damn sure. And Billy will not be held accountable for this because Billy didn't do anything wrong. He did absolutely nothing wrong. All we got here was people got way out of hand. People who love to call lefties fucking snowflakes. Oh, they said something that trolled you and got you all upset, you fucking snowflakes. Oh, well, what happened to you last night with Billy? Oh, did he say something that triggered you and you got all butthurt over it? Wow! Hypocritical as fuck, huh? Wow, some of you can be really hypocritical. Not all of you, not that you are coming back in here and being supportive. I appreciate it. Thank you, R. Fulton. I will calm down. No one ever tells me to calm down because I will fucking fuck you up. But R. Fulton, I will calm down. Thank you. I will calm down. That was very nice of you. R. Fulton's like, hey, Nay, calm down, dude. But then he goes on and he says, not all of W.H. Grandpa's following have our brains and can decide for ourselves about you. I love you and I love your lives. You keep being your sarcastic self. Bah! R. Fulton, thank you. Thank you. And I will calm down for you. I absolutely am calming down right now. Thank you. I am blown away by some of these chats. You guys, thank you. I know some of you have left and you won't be coming back and you've unfollowed and whatever. Those of you who have stayed, I promise you, as long as I live, years of good entertainment, good quality content on this channel, I will give it to you. If this is what you're into, if you like it, I'll just keep bringing it. All right? Because, you all could leave. I'm still going to be hanging out with Billy Ballantyne and Cyber and Iceman and Docky Hollandaise and fucking Nick Stick and, a few new ones, Not Telling, and a few new people that have come in. We're still going to be here. So, I mean, you unfollowing me or talking shit about me on Truth Social or whatever you want to do, it's not going to stop me from doing me. And just know that. And I will address things. Is it 420? You're saying happy 420? No, it's not 420 somewhere. Why are you saying that? How could it be 420 anywhere? It's 11:14. It'll be 420 somewhere when it's in 5 minutes. Right? Yeah. Fine. But we could smoke quarter of the hour right now. Let's smoke quarter of the hour. How about that? That sounds good. Yeah, I'm way more upset about being ripped off in California than I am with this. I mean, this was bound to happen sooner or later. Something was going to be said and people were going to flip out. But we'll see how loyal people really are, because Grandpa did not throw me under the bus. So if you're going to be loyal to him, I have a feeling he'll be back, and you're loyal to me because you like the show, then prove your loyalty, man. Come on back. Hang out. And you know what? An apology for someone who talks smack about me on Truth Social will go so far. One of you, just one person that said, I didn't know if I liked Nay. Whatever you guys were saying. I had a feeling about that guy, or I stopped watching, or I was, there's a whole bunch of nasty comments, sideways. And you might look at your comment and say, I wasn't trying to be nasty, but go back and read your comment a couple times. You'll see how you were piling on with, 30 or 40 other comments that were negative towards me. And if you want to come in here and say, dude, now that I see that it wasn't Nay that was laughing at the joke, I apologize, Nay, because I thought it was you. I thought Grandpa said it was you that was laughing at the joke. I misread his post. He said he laughed at it. It was Billy laughed at it. And Billy wasn't even laughing at his own joke. He was laughing at the way I was responding to what his statement was. Yeah, I don't think he was black. That was funny, and he laughed at that, because I can be funny. So don't think that Billy Ballantyne made a racist joke and laughed at it and laughed at racism. He didn't. He made a racist joke, but it was in all seriousness. And it was to expose racism, to expose hate. I hope you guys could tell the difference. And if you could tell the difference, you're very intelligent. Because this can be tricky to navigate. I read Grandpa's post. It's going to be hard for people. You are funny. Smoke that pipe, dude. Oh, okay. R. Fulton. I am. I'm going to smoke it. Give me a second, buddy. You're so funny. Whoever you are, R. Fulton, I love you. You're awesome. Nobody tells me to calm down. You are the first person to get away with that in years. Understand it. And I don't mind it right now, because I do need to calm down a little bit. I'm not even, like I said before, I'm not even that upset about that. I'm more upset about getting ripped off on my credit card. That's why I'm really angry today. It was just, oh boy, Grandpa put up a post, and, it fell in my wake of rage. Not his fault. And I'm glad he put that up there. If he misunderstood, and he did. He misunderstood Billy a little bit. He thinks Billy's racist. He's not. You would love Billy, Grandpa. Give him more of a chance. You'll see. He's just over the top, man. He says some shit. But, Donald Trump talks some shit too. So you got to give everybody that license. If you're going to give it to Donald Trump, you got to give it to everybody. It's not fair that only Donald Trump is the only person who can get away with being hyperbolic and silly or playing a character or whatever, Right, Patriot Farmer, New Jersey. Right, I appreciate that, the bots, but at the same time, these are all real people that support Grandpa, and I don't have a problem with that. My problem is they misread what Grandpa said and immediately started attacking me. And, I could tell by my show numbers this morning that a lot of people are pissed off. And all I can do is show you what transpired, show you that it wasn't me that laughed at the joke, show you that the joke was a racist joke, but it was to expose racism, and there was no laughing involved in that joke. And if you want to say, Billy thought he was funny and whatever, and he was kind of chuckling while he said it, Yeah, he was. He was kind of chuckling, and I'm not going to deny that. He was kind of chuckling while he said it. But at the same time, it's a little humor, but it's also serious, and he's calling some shit out. Oh, as a comedian never called out bullshit before? Have you never seen a comedian that called out bullshit? Oh, that's right. Every single comedian calls out bullshit. And at the end of their set, they usually have to do an explainer, or they usually say where they were going, or they have to say blah, 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 or whatever, or they do like a summary, or whatever. But, a lot of comedians do this, and Billy is a fucking comedian. And he knows how to use comedy to get his message across. He got his message across. He was just talking to people who took it the wrong way. So go back, watch it as many times as you need, understand Billy was in character. And if I didn't love Billy as much as I did, he wouldn't deserve all of this defending. But he does, because he's a great person. He's a fantastic human being. And, I see that my word isn't enough around here. So that's cool. I'm going to have to earn that from you guys. But you'll see, over time, you'll see Billy's fucking awesome. You'll see that he's not a racist. You'll see this is not a racist podcast. I'm wasting precious energy. Dude. I'm burning calories. How about that? And I'm very uncomfortable right now. Very hot. Yeah, I know. I could be doing a dab right now. Susie Q. Oh, right on. $38. I'm smoking at 38. I've watched Nate at least 6 years, nowhere near racist. Right, Susie Q? Well, these people have only watched me for 10 days or so. And they're just going to have to learn, They're going to have to listen and learn. And we'll get past this. We'll get right through it. But I don't even want to go over to Truth Social right now because it's just too upsetting to me to look at all those negative posts against me. I tried to like as many as I could, but the bullshit ones, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to like that. In fact, I responded to a couple, and then I was like, this is not my fault, and I should not be having to do this. Because somebody hadn't made a comment, I shouldn't have to fucking get on my hands and knees and beg. And it's wrong to put me in that position. So, those of you who saw Grandpa's post and decided to not come here, decided to not check it out for yourselves, I can't fucking help you. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. My favorite part is that I responded to Grandpa and nobody responded to me. No, I just got sick of long hair. I didn't like the way I looked anymore. I'm an older man, and I saw some older men with long hair, and I was just like, yeah, dude, I don't want to be that guy. No longer. I'm not trying to hold on to anything. And I actually feel like I look better with short hair. And, people might take me a little bit more seriously or whatever. That's convenient. And wake and bake with you all. Can we do this every morning? R. Fulton, yes, we can. We do this every morning. Yes. Freaking Oracle, come on. You can hear the sarcastic tone in his voice. It wasn't even a sarcastic tone. He was doing a redneck cop accent. I mean, it was so obvious that that's not how Billy speaks. I mean, he was in character. And when he said I, he meant the character that he was playing. The pig. The racist pig. Or racist. You know? It was so obvious to me when I heard that. But I know Billy. And those of you guys that know Billy, you guys know how he is. And if he was a racist, I wouldn't let him in my show. I wouldn't be friends with him, man. I would not be friends with him. That's too easy to fucking write somebody off on the internet. I've got racist friends that live here in Florida. And let me tell you something. Almost everyone I know is here. And there's nothing I can do about it except lock myself in my house and never go out. Which, for the most part, is what I do. I haven't gone down to the Springs to hang out with my friends in a long time. I'm just sick of all the pro-DeSantis bullshit. And that's all I need. If you support DeSantis, you are a fucking racist. I can't say that about Donald Trump anymore. Good morning, Billy. What did I say that I was racist? I don't recall, but I do know racists like to call others racists to scapegoat. Billy, what you said was racist. I'll let you hear, okay? Because you said it in character, and you and I know how that works. Here it is.
I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
Looks like a white kid.
It's so funny.
Actually.
His accent, Billy's accent is funny. When he says that, it makes me laugh. Because that accent is so, I shoot him in his black face. That shit was funny. Not the content, but the accent. He has a way of doing that because he lives in an area where that accent is prevalent. Listen again.
I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
He went up and clicked on the sound.
Billy, you want to explain this?
We're going to have to probably turn this down because he's probably screaming.
Because I've been sitting here trying to explain it for you all morning.
That they have control of that, man.
I don't understand.
He reached down really... This kid reached down really fast, dude. Did you see how quick the kid grabbed for that?
Yeah, that was pretty aggressive.
Yeah, dude, it was. That's a justified thing. You can't do that.
He's saying keep your hands up.
No, he didn't. You didn't hear him say anything.
No, but...
Well, he did, though.
He would.
If he may not have, but you're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
Hands up. That's what everybody says. Hands up.
Bro, I gotta say, as many times I've seen situations like this, you can't... I guess there's no sound.
I'm gonna play it again.
Let's check here. How convenient.
That's another thing that I don't like about body cams. You can turn the body cam on and off, and then you also have to activate the microphone.
Supposedly they're trained. Police are trained when they go in.
Here it is again.
To these shooting ranges. They're supposed to be looking at something to see if it's a 15-year-old kid with a toy gun or not. But it's never a 15-year-old kid with a toy gun. It's a fucking grandmother with a fucking bag in her hand, or it's just a guy with a briefcase in his hand, But it's never going to be a 15-year-old kid that's pulling a gun out of his waistband and to lay it down in front of you. Which is, you guys all saw the kid laid the gun down in front of him, but that wasn't enough, bro. So I'm not going to play.
No, man. I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
Looks like a white kid, actually. He actually looks like a white kid. And here's the link.
I know it. I don't. I'm just saying.
Those of you in the chat that want to see Swayze thinks police are trained well.
Okay, so that's the clip, and you can see how I didn't even give it a second thought because it's Billy, number one, and number two, because even if I misunderstand Billy, that's the problem. Most of the time is I just misunderstood him, right? And now that I've gone back and listened to this now 6 or 7 times, it's obvious to me what he was conveying, and that I easily got it when he was talking to me. And the fact that everyone that was listening didn't realize that my nonchalance towards that statement, man, it was a nonchalant statement. It was just Billy being Billy doing something. He's a little over the top, but he usually stays in the realm of what's acceptable on a podcast. And well, plus I happen to know he's not a racist, but Billy's like, fuck y'all if you can't catch my humor. He doesn't even want to explain it to you. He doesn't even want to take the time. He's like, you should just say fuck those dudes if they can't take fucking humor. They pretend that, anything Donald Trump says, they can laugh at and blow off, and it's Donald Trump being Donald Trump. But, Billy Ballantyne can't be Billy Ballantyne, or it's just Nay being Nay. No! You have to be perfect all the time! You have to adhere to our rules and our standards, and we have very high standards. Oh, bullshit. Whatever. Get over it. I'm not going to play this game with you guys. And I'm glad that Billy's here, and I knew that I had a feeling that this was going to be Billy's response. Whatever, man. Billy stays. He's part of my life. He's part of the show. And I've blocked Billy before, and that's when Billy and I have an issue. Him and I don't have any issues. So you guys need to get over it. If you want to enjoy the show and have fun with my friends, you need to get over it. You need to get over it quick. So we can keep having fun up in this podcast. You know what I mean? Bank refunds your money. I wish the oil was still called trendy oil. I got the first big 32-ounce jar of oil. Made me proud. Susie Q, Triage Oil. You got the first 32-ounce jar? Damn, Susie. You bought the first 32-ounce jar. Am I still selling it? No. I was just looking around. I have a little jar of it right here. But no, I don't sell it anymore. I never get pissed off. Life's too short. Nay, you're wasting precious energy. Billy is awesome. Nay is awesome. R. Fulton too. Trendy Orca. Thank you. You're funny too. 20 after the hour now. I would love to come on here and wake and bake. Okay, we already read all this. Come on, you can hear a sarcastic tone in his voice. Freaking Oracle. I think you're very handsome with your haircut. Thank you, R. Fulton. Nay, you are drop dead gorgeous. That's from a great grandma. Thank you, Jazzy. Oh, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Drop dead gorgeous. I told you my girlfriend said the other day, right? She was rubbing my arm because it was hurting me. And I was just laying there. And she's like, are you flexing? And I go, no. She's like, wow. And I'm like, you want me to? And she's like, yeah. And I went like that. And she was like, whoa. I was like, oh, baby, you make me feel so good. She's the best girlfriend in the whole world, bro. It's so awesome. So thank you for that. He was even bobbing his head sarcastically. Billy was laughing before he even made the statement because he knew what he was going to say. I saw when he turned his camera on because he had this statement prepared, right? And I kept talking. He was just waiting me to shut my fat mouth so he could get this joke out. You know, and he had time to think about it. He had time to prepare it. He was confident with it. And when he said it, my reaction was, yeah, you're doing redneck cop racist voice. Yeah, that's common, guys. That's a common thing. I mean, you know, I'm sure Dave Chappelle does it. I'm sure Jon Stewart does it. I'm sure that you would hear Joe Rogan do something like that. Right? You know, put on a redneck voice and act like a racist for a couple seconds to demonstrate something. This should not be rocket science for you guys. This should be you know, learning the colors for you guys. Red, blue, green, yellow, orange. That's a good one. Just ask freaking Orange Oracle. The freaking Orange Oracle. He's in orange. He was even bobbing. Okay, Billy's the King's Jester. Yes, he is the King's Jester. He is. He is. His jokes are of another level. And we have laughed and laughed. And Cyber, who doesn't laugh that often, and I love making Cyber laugh. Because, you know, he could use a good laugh every once in a while. You know, and just kind of cut up the whatever. And, Billy makes Cyber and I laugh together all the time. Even I could tell he was being hyperbolic, not racist. He was demonstrating how the cop was talking to the young man. Billy's not a racist, period. Same for Nay. Shout out Nay for staying tall. Well, he was demonstrating how a racist thinks when they are looking at that video, basically. He was just making conversation, man. And he walks a line. Billy walks a line of what's allowed content and what's not allowed content, and he tries to stay on the inside of that. That is for your benefit, people. He does that to make all of us laugh. He doesn't make statements to make himself feel good. He makes statements to get you to laugh, period. It's what he does. And, you hang out in here long enough, and Billy will make you laugh enough times, and you'll understand. He's not the person that a lot of responses to Grandpa's post are painting him to be, or painting me, or this show to be. So I want to say thank you, because there's many of you that are here right now, and I know you're not all interacting with me, and you're a little on the fence, and you're a little scared, or you're pissed at me, or whatever. But I'm here to tell you, guys, a lot of you got it wrong, and it's okay. I got shit wrong last. Hey man, I thought I probably would have put money on it if somebody asked me to bet that Donald Trump said bleach. And I was wrong. And I'm here to admit that I was wrong about something. Hey, guess what? You guys are wrong about Billy. Okay, and Grandpa, he may have misunderstood, and that's fine. He said he was kind of questioning it, and he wanted to see where it was going to go. That's what Grandpa said. Not the rest of you. The rest of you were the jury. You guys were convicting me. You weren't listening to the judge. You weren't listening to the rules of the court at all. You ignored everything the judge told you, and you went straight to guilty. Not watching his show anymore. Never liked the guy to begin with. Oh, wow, nice to know how you really felt about me all this time. Not that I don't know, guys. Come on. I know it's not easy to like me, and I know it's not easy to like people that constantly disagree with you or call you out on stuff that you don't want to be called out on, or that you're calling them out on their shit. It's not easy. So I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt here. But none of the people that stabbed those knives in my back last night or this morning were willing to do that for me, man, and that hurts my feelings. So when you perceive this rage and anger, understand it's sadness, actually, and I'm hurt. Okay? I'm feeling pain, sadness, and hurt over this. It comes out as anger and rage, but don't be fooled. A lot of you have trampled on my reputation in some of the things you said on Truth Social. And I just started there, man. And you guys talked so much shit about me. And I am this close right now to playing back all of your bullshit. That close to just letting the read it back. So everybody can hear all the shit that was talked about me on that thread. I just have a feeling Grandpa didn't intend for it to go that way. And I have a feeling if he's busy or something and doesn't know any of this is going on right now, he's going to get in front of his computer and just be like, oh, fuck. I hope so. I really hope so. I hope he's going to be like, ugh. I may have said the wrong thing, or I may have pushed that the wrong way, or whatever. Or my people misunderstood what I said. Maybe worth a disclaimer here, or a retraction. I didn't get an apology from anybody, did I? None of the backstabbers came in and said sorry, right? Burner Mom, in fairness to the cop, it's not for Billy to be putting thoughts into the cop's mind. That's still divisive. Billy was under the impression that the child in that video was African American. He wasn't seeing the whole thing. And, cops like to shoot black people. They just do it more often. Percentage-wise. So, are we not allowed to have a conversation when a cop shoots somebody? Don't include me in your generalization, says Jazzy O. Nay, I agree with Billy. Don't waste your breath. I didn't badmouth you because I love you. Oh, thank you. So any of you want to come forward right now and apologize, this would be the time right now. I'm not demanding an apology, but I think Billy deserves one for trying to be nice and trying to make people laugh. He gets called a racist. I got called a racist too. My show got called racist. My narrative got called racist. I know some of you are watching. Look, 5 people just disconnected. Oh, you didn't want to apologize. Well, and I apologize for getting that shit wrong about Trump last night. Huh. I am the bigger man. I got 100, 1,000 people on the other side. And not one person, let's say 30 people, responded negatively to me on that post. I'm guessing. I know one of you is watching right now. None of you can say, nay, you're right, it wasn't racist. You proved it. I apologize for talking shit about you on Truth Social. I misread what Grandpa said. I thought you were the one laughing at the racist joke. Billy wasn't even laughing at the racist joke. I perceive him as laughing at the way I responded to his racism. His racist joke. Because I know he's not racist. That's why it was such a casual response and humorous. You guys need to understand, when you're a fly on the wall and a new couple of guys, you don't know how the conversations go. You don't know the flow. You don't know the dynamic. Okay, so this is what Billy just said, and I want you all to hear it because this is excellent. Because Billy can grow just like the rest of us can. He said, if I was racist, it's when I thought the kid was black. So he assumed that the kid getting thought was African American. He did. He assumed that. You know, I gotta say, when I pulled up the video, I may have assumed that at the beginning too, and maybe I had to look or something. I don't remember. I really don't remember because I was HAF. And that's all Billy will apologize for assuming that the kid was black. He says, but in my defense, cops are racist and the mark is usually black. I could get stats on it, but they don't deserve it. He doesn't want to go spend time looking it up for you to show you how racist cops are, and I don't either. You know, on a per capita basis, you're not going to like the results if you think, you know, our boys in blue are so fucking stellar. I'm sure we're going to have arguments around that, but that's opinion, you know, for the most part. The actual fact of the matter is there's really not a large number of African American men killed by police in the United States every year. It's not a large number. When you consider, and this is from watching Destiny, if you watch all of the interactions with police officers and African Americans in this country, and it's literally millions every year, and 50 people get killed out of those millions of interactions, is that really something that we need to spend a whole lot of time on? That's something for you to think about. It's something for everybody to think about. You know, we don't like when we see a video of an African-American man stepping out of a semi-truck and having them sick a fucking German Shepherd on the man while 8 police officers stand around and watch a dog ripping at a man. Ripping him to pieces. That bothers us, and it should. And shit like that needs to stop, and it's worth addressing it. And if you don't see that, well, fuck you. You know, I've had it. Police, we should be on the same page here. You know, wait till it happens to you. Wait till the dogs get sicked on you and you feel what a dog bite feels like. One of the most painful things you can experience on the planet is a dog biting you. Let alone tearing your flesh off of your fucking skeleton while you're still alive. But, you know, I'm such a racist. You know, why would I be trying to defend African American people being attacked by German Shepherds? Because I'm such a racist. Doesn't make sense, does it, everybody? course it doesn't. I'm just sad that so many of you are not willing to fucking come clean. Say, yeah, I was one of the people that talked shit about you on True Social, and you know what? I was wrong. That window for apology is fucking getting smaller and smaller. You know what this reminds me of? This guy was living in my house in California, supposedly watching it for me. He did a bunch of shit inside the house that he shouldn't have, and he cost me some money. Now he won't return any of my calls or my texts or anything. It's like y'all. It's like everybody that stabbed me in the back on this bullshit. It's like you fucked me, you found out you fucked me, and then you run, and you won't even apologize and take my fucking call. At least that guy, he fucking helped pack up some of my shit and send it back here. Looked out for my property for me. He did. He fucked up a little bit, not that bad. Cost me some money. I'm pissed off about it. He could have done better. But nowhere near as bad as y'all that are stabbing backs, stabbing fucking knives in my back, and not coming in here to fucking say you're sorry for it. Unreal. This is the kind of people I'm dealing with. Fucking children, man. Really? All of you that did not participate in that thread, you're excused from saying anything right now. And all of you that talk shit, I'll go pull up the goddamn thread. I will, man. And I will let the auto reader read it for us so you can hear all of the shit that your community spoke about me and Billy. Based on misreading Grandpa's post. Grandpa, if you're watching, man, I hope you're feeling better, bro. I am still concerned about you. I hope you're not relapsing. So take it easy, bro. Don't worry about this shit today, because I don't want to stress you out. But man, this shit really did stress me out. I will say that. Come down in here, sit in front of my computer, trying to come up with a cute title to make you guys laugh and shit. You know, thinking about what the kind of content I can give you to keep you guys entertained for a few hours. Pull up Truth Social to see where Grandpa's at. And boom. God, I wish I had a video of of what I looked like when I was reading through those fucking... Let's do 3:30. We're going to go in at 3:30. Well, Trumpers calling people racist, that's right. I got to say, Billy, I always used to call Donald Trump, and all of his supporters racist. Everybody that voted for Donald Trump and everybody that supports him, I used to say it on this show all the time. You can find a million clips of me saying that. I learned something. After I watched the videos of the Central Park 5 and all the witnesses, and I watched the testimony, and it was I spent days. I rabbit holed that shit, bro. And I was like, no, Donald Trump doesn't strike me as a racist anymore. Then I was like, but what about him flagging apartments for African American families? And you know what Not Telling said? She said it was very common back then. You're going to just hold Trump accountable for that? No, my father's family was guilty of it too. Discrimination. Absolutely. So is Trump really a racist? I started thinking about it. I was like, we hired Ben Carson. He had that woman, she's got a weird name, and she was his top advisor, an African-American woman. That was kind of crazy, too. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers. She had just one name. Cheers, everybody. He's not racist. You know, he passed legislation helping more African Americans than any other president in recent history. The last president to do something like that was like Abraham Lincoln. Why would he do something to help the education of African Americans if he was so racist? You want to say he's racist against Asians? You want to say he's racist against Muslims? You want to say he's racist against people with different skin color or whatever? We could go after each one of those, and we could talk about it. We could talk about the Muslim ban. We could talk about, what he'd say about China, the China virus, the Kung flu, and all that racist bullshit that he said. And you could judge for yourselves if you think Donald Trump is racist. But based on those two things, no, he's not racist based on those two things. The two things that I used to base his racism on. But now, you know what? There is a bunch of other shit out there. And we need to talk about it, and you need to be aware of it. And, you can't be in denial about the truth and the facts in here when we're talking. And if he has called it the Kung flu, I would say that's a racist statement. And that's not fair to Asians to do that. To be the president of the United States, use the right terminology and not produce hateful comments like that. He called it the China virus. He called it the Kung flu. Really, I thought Fauci invented it. Wasn't it Fauci? Why are we calling it the China? Why don't we call it the Fauci ouchie? Instead of the China virus. Why not call it the Fauci ouchie? I think that would be totally better. Since he's the one that invented it, right? Why are we blaming the Chinese? Grandpa's feeling great. Yeah, I saw that on Truth Social this morning. I'm so glad. His last post. See you later, Jazzy O. Love you too. Tell your girlfriend it's platonic. She's not worried about it, trust me. My girlfriend is not intimidated one bit. She's got me. Someone else says they are brainless and don't matter. I'm in Knoxville, for fuck's sake. Find a well-spoken cop here. Nope. Billy. Lincoln was a vampire hunter. His hardcore followers are though. I impersonated 3 average Trumpers last night. Though maybe that's why they're mad. I was racist against rednecks. Oh, I get it. Sorry. Ha ha ha. That would be so funny, Billy, if that's what it. He's like, I didn't like the way he was portraying a redneck. Oh God, Grandpa. That was racist against whites. You got a problem with that? It's a good point, Billy. Hey, if you're gonna call yourself out on your bullshit, bro, let's be completely fucking open here. Yeah. God. Slap the cuffs on us, everybody. We're racists. You proved it. Me and Billy are anti-white racists. We are too. We really are. We fucking hate white people because they're white. Dude, I have to reassess everything, man. My whole world just turned over on its side. Listening to your politics is fucking crazy. Like, make up your mind, says Coast Chillin'. Look, Coast Chillin', there's no politics. There's no politics, man, because I'm not voting. This is just all opinion and bullshit. And I got to tell you, when I think about Donald Trump being racist or not, it confuses the fuck out of me. I mean, I wonder if people in the chat hate Muslims and Asians. You know? Muslims. You hate Muslims? You hate Arabs? Do you hate the Arabs? Do you hate the Jews? You know, I'm pretty angry with Hawaiians right now. Based on the color of their skin and their origin. Does that make me a racist? I hate life. I really do. I'm at the point now where my brain is so screwed. It's like It's like Coast Chillin' just said, listening to your politics is fucking crazy. Like, make up your mind, lol. I know, right? Dude, I'm so confused right now. I'm so glad I don't vote. Because does it matter how I feel if I don't vote? I tell you guys, you have a right to vote for whoever you want to, and I accept that. I don't like the system. I don't want to partake in it anymore. Most Americans don't. Most Americans choose not to vote, right? Was it 1/3? Was it 1/3 of America voted? We looked this up once already. It was 100 million voted. No, it's more than 100 million, right? If you add it, it's 100. It's like 80 plus 76. 100. Yeah, it's still going to be. So it's going to be about half, a little less than half of America votes, right? The other half just doesn't vote. I'm part of that half. Fauci, ouchie, perfect. Yeah, we'll call it the Fauci, ouchie, bro. Instead of calling it the Kung Flu, call it the Fauci, ouchie. For years, it was hurting me, so I stopped, and someday it may come, but now I decide to keep being me and walk alone if I must. Like I said, we're never truly... Patriot Farmer, New Jersey, that's why I said that window's getting smaller and smaller for an apology. I'm not going to wait for an apology. You know, you're out there slandering me right now. You know? Calling me a racist on Truth Social that I'm trying to build up a following on? I just got there. Thank you, R. Fulton. I'm enjoying a superb cup of caffe listening to Nays Gardenays, the best podcaster ever. Thank you, Trendy Orca. That might be a bit hyperbolic, but I'll drink some coffee to that. Jazzy O, you need to let it go and not think about it anymore. Jazzy O. Jazzy O, right on. Trump also hires gay men to run his intelligence. So he's not anti-LGBTQ. I didn't like when he tried to pull trans people out of the military. I didn't like that. But, you know, my whole thing is if you want to give up your life for me and fight for me, okay, cool. What, you need some surgery to change some things, whatever? Yeah, and you're willing to give up your life for us? Okay, cool. Yeah, we can pay for that. What do you want to be? Be whatever you want to be. Get the surgery. It doesn't bother me. It might bother you, but it doesn't bother me. I don't mind insurance paying for it. You know? Doesn't bother me. I think everyone should be and get to be who they want to be. And if you've got some kind of a disability or you're some kind of a mental malfunction to where, you know, you want to be this one year and then be this another year and then be this another year and then be this another year, I might have a problem with that. You know, where there might just be a one-time deal on this for me. As far as you want to keep switching back and forth, well, then that the second one's on you. First one's on us. Next one's on you. And the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. I think that's fair. I mean, how many sex changes are they demanding from the military anyway? You know, is it that popular? I really don't think it is. So it's really, if it's not the money, then what is it? The bathrooms thing? Come on, man. I'm more deep thinking when I do a dab. No, not necessarily. I did an hour last night without even smoking. We started, and I looked at, and Sarah was like, let's smoke. I'm like, I haven't smoked yet, 58 minutes in or something like that. What if they now want to transition to being a dog man or a cat woman? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't paying for that one. You want to change your gender if you want to transition one time. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the government paying for that. I'm okay, however it is. Insurance, government, for the military, whatever. I'm okay with that. I'm glad that I don't have that issue. But when I think about someone who does have that issue, that's literally willing to swap out their genitalia and change their physique over how they feel. Who am I to fucking question that shit? Do you know how it feels? You know, you could be like Matt Walsh and you could be in denial that it exists. You could call them evil, and you can lie and misrepresent their numbers to try to get what you want, which is basically what he wants is to annihilate all of them. It's a slippery slope. No, it's not a slippery slope. You can only go, one way or the other. Let me write that. Hey, since you're so confused about it, Burner Mom 9, let me write the legislation. I got you. You get one change, and it's either male or female, and that's it. And that's all you get. That's what the government or the insurance company will pay for. Period. Boom. No more confusion. No slippery slopes. No dog man or cat woman. That's not it. It's you're either going to go male or you're going to go female. That's what you get the surgery for. Period. If you want to go install Satan horns, and get fucking bolts out of your back, plenty of people do stupid shit like that and have hooks installed or whatever. That's on you. You can pay for that all you want. Go get a job. Right? Go invest in crypto. Make quick money. You can go get shit swapped around all day. I don't care if you do it every other day. I'm a dog today. I'm a fucking elephant tomorrow. I'm a woman then, and I'm a man here, and I'm a this and a that, and I'm whatever you want to be. I don't care. Go do whatever you want to be. On your dime. Doesn't bother me. But like I said, I don't have that issue. And if you could try to put yourself in that person's position yourself, you might agree with me. If you can have that empathy for somebody that has confusion around gender, whatever it is, and once they figure it out and they know what they want to do, and they're sure of it, oh, but nay, there's people who've done it and then regretted it. Yeah, they're going to need to really think hard on this. They're going to have to think really hard on it. He updated his comment on Truth. I don't want to get into it. RDU Lecky. God, I so don't even want to go there. But thank you for telling me he updated his comment. Grandpa has updated his comment on... I'm assuming he updated to say that Nay was not the one laughing. But I don't know. I hope he did. Because he didn't need to, because he just said he, and that's, he can post whatever he wants to post. He didn't say Nay. He didn't say it was me laughing. He just said he laughed. And I was like, I hope I didn't laugh at it, because I'll chuckle at things Billy says. I go back and I was like, nope, I didn't chuckle, but I returned with another joke. In all seriousness, but I returned with a joke. I kept a serious tone. But it was a joke. Hey, Don, what's up, bro? Miss you, homie. Glad to see you. "20 minutes ago updated it, huh?" So maybe he was watching. Or maybe he read my comment. Because I left a comment. Before I even watched the video. And I should have commented before I watched the video, because I assumed that, it was different. And I went and I watched it. I was like, oh no, man. It was Billy being in playing a character and exposing racism. I mean, there's no other way I could describe it. Billy speaking in character, like a racist, in character, saying what the kind of shit that racists say, and the kind of shit that Billy would never say. and mean it. You gotta know Billy, I guess, man. I tried to tell you he was a funny guy. He's funny. Gotta run. It was great to see you. Have a great day. Jamie Lee Ross, a.k.a. something, and I don't know what the a.k.a. is. Because the a.k.a. is blocked. Jamie Lee Ross, whatever you said. You too. Nay's a good enough friend to not make one feel awkward. If he's laughing at something, it does not mean he supports it. Thanks, Billy. Yeah, laughter is not an endorsement of anything. We're here to have fun. We're here to get high. And talk some shit. And we do talk some shit. But if I'm talking shit and it's causing people to say, I don't want to watch that guy anymore, well, we've got a problem. Let's just say he isn't a fan of Billy, but acknowledged his comment wasn't directed at you. Grandpa's made it clear that he doesn't appreciate Billy's antics. Billy's rough as fuck, bro. He's rough around the edges. He's helped me through a lot of hard times, too. He's made me laugh when I've felt really down. He's helped me out with people who were trying to hurt me. He's watched my back. He's watched over me. You talk about sending angels? Look no further than Billy Valentine, guys. So, I understand where Grandpa stands with Billy, and I can understand why he feels that way about Billy. Because Billy will completely sandpaper your face. He just has a tendency to do that sometimes. He can, and there's been people that at first he didn't get along with, and then he started getting along with them really well in my chat. And some people come in and try to attack him and shit. For some reason, we're not hearing the chat over there. I've got Truth Social up and I'm not looking at it. So funny. Because I just don't want to get triggered anymore. Okay, 5 reasons why insects could reduce climate change. Dude, I'm telling you, insects will be the first to vanish, guys. Where is the chat, man? The readout. I think we lost it. Okay, chat will read, I believe, now. Hopefully. We'll find out as soon as somebody says something. And this chat readout is oh, it's right here. This should be reading out, but right. We've got to put it on the right show. God, I should probably turn that down a little bit, huh? I just turned my mic down, guys. It seemed really, really loud.
Bonsai House. We even tracked the first joke down to a caveman hitting a woman in the head. Domestic violence. Forbidden acts in public.
It's Josh G. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me get this chat reading here.
Tropical thing. Kane, any predictions with the market?
Live, the Biden administration did this much. Yes, Patriot Farmer. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's dropping horribly right now. How's that for a prediction? Everything's down. If you want to buy something, you could buy something. You know, we're supposed to be excited during these dips, but this is a really bad one. $25.9.18. I would run. Run. So I've got all of this. Hold on. Let me I want to turn the volume down on this. Here we go.
So many things he says are comms. Trendy Orca 1. Agreed, nay. Burnham 9.
Tropical thing.
It's a slippery slope. What if they now want to transition to being a dogman or Catwoman? LOL.
Emote 539006 Nays Garden surprised and emote 538962 Nays Garden Nay smile.
Trendy Orca 1. Time for a refill of Kofefne is so awesome. Delecky. Grandpa updated his comment on Truth 20 minutes ago.
Bonsai House.
Burnham 9.
To be clear, I'm talking to Nay. Not Karen. I owe them nothing.
I have empathy for them. I believe they should have support to realize that how they were made is beautiful. Delecky. Let's just say he isn't a fan of Billy.
Let's just say he isn't a fan of Billy.
But acknowledged his comment wasn't directed at you. Trendy Orca 1. I support Billy playing in character. He was trying to make a point. Trendy Orca 1. Shout out to Billy. What an awesome guy. Keep being hilarious.
Come here, Beazle.
It's Josh G.
Come here, Beazle.
I still think Billy don't care for me too much. LOL. You, Sursa. Time for lunch. We'll stop by after and see if you're still here. Hugs Nay hugging face. Subscribe.
2715.
0/200. Home my feed editor picks trending browse watch history. Following. 18. Theme. System default dark mode light mode.
Oh shit.
Rumble. About us.
Sorry. 2715. That's what I said. That's when we're smoking at 2715. I support Billy playing in character. Yeah, me too, man. He was making a point. I do shit like that too, man. You know, I'll talk in a redneck voice and act like a racist. You know, I'll try to act like Trump when I perceive Trump as being racist. You know. Okay, no Laurie gonna cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
Dave Fishing. Emote 539360 Nays Garden Nabong Rip. The Biden administration did this much exactly to try to secure my vote. Oh, yeah, that's right. Nothing.
They've done absolutely nothing to try to secure my vote. So, there you go. It's the response to the title, if you were waiting. The numbers today are insane. I can't believe there's so many of you coming in on YouTube. Thank you for that. Or is that? Oh, that's people coming in from Kick? Whoa, dude. What's up, trendies on Kick? You guys enjoying that?
Tropical thing. Summary of Biden Maui visit.
He was there for six hours. He was there for 6 hours, and he made the dumbest comment about, you know, I almost lost my wife, my Corvette, and my cat to a fire. And the idiots at fucking the idiots at Newsmax misunderstood what he said and said, just to clarify, he didn't lose his Corvette or his cat. He didn't say that. He said, I almost lost my wife, my 67 vet, and my cat. That's what Joe Biden said. And to hear news people at Newsmax not be able to decipher that, it blows my mind, because I heard the same recording that they heard from their program. So you might want to question the accuracy of Newsmax in the future, folks. They couldn't even catch that one. But, you know, Joe Biden making references to his little house fire where nobody lost their lives and it was minimal property damage, just basically held to just the kitchen, limited to the kitchen, I should say. When people lost their lives, their homes, the places where they work, all their memories are burnt to ash. What a senseless oaf. This president does nothing for me. Nothing. Ursa, thank you for standing by me. I so appreciate you so much. And R.D. Ulecki, thank you for coming in and telling me what transpired over there on the Truth Social, because I really don't want to go over there. I don't even want to look at it. I might just take a little break. I didn't get a single apology from a single person. You know? I'm like, wow. Can't come in my show and say, dude, I was wrong. I said that you were a racist. I said that you were putting out, you know, suspicious content. I said that, you know, I was watching less and less, and this was the last straw. Oh, thanks for the comment, you know. Thanks for the great review. Thousands of people see Grandpa's posts. Thousands of people are going to be reading those responses. And you guys did. There was no one in there defending me. Except for I had to defend myself. I read through the comments. It was all anti-nay. And I was like, wow, dude, really? Nobody just decided to go look for themselves and try to defend me while I'm in here taking a shower and I don't even know this is going on? Boca Grandmom. Oh, you're going to love this show. You should go back and watch the show. How long has it been live? An hour and 33 minutes. Boca Grandmom. Grandpa didn't like something that he heard on the show last night. A comment that Billy made, which was... He did a tongue-in-cheek racist redneck last night's show. Last night's show was never flaunt your knowledge, instead let them slowly figure it out for themselves. 3 hours and 26 minutes in. Right after that, at 3 hours and 26 minutes in, we're talking about a kid who got shot by a police officer. And Billy made the comment in character, acting like a racist, saying that, oh, you know, if he's a black kid, you know, I would have shot him, blah 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 or whatever. And it was done as a joke, and it was done as you know, in with an accent. It was obvious Billy was just. You have to listen to the comment, you'd understand it. The grandpa didn't like it, and he said so on Truth Social. He's like, man, I was watching Nate's show last night, and it's like, I didn't really like that comment Billy made, and you know, and then he laughed at it. And when he made that, and when grandpa said that, people assumed that some of them assumed that I was the one laughing at it. So I read through some of these comments, and people were just trashing me on Truth Social last night.
Enoch YU Beaslin 420. Did someone take Billy seriously? Hahaha PSHH unreal.
Hey Enoch, yes. I don't know seriously, just got offended basically by what he said. I don't know if he took Billy seriously. Billy definitely wasn't being serious when Billy's rarely ever being serious. I mean, he is, and you know when he is, basically. When Billy's being serious, you know it. And he was just, you know, doing a fucking stupid joke in character, hyperbolic, not surprising to any of us. And I just treated it as a Billy joke and just was like, no, I don't even think this kid was African American, you know. And Billy laughed that I said that. And I think Billy knew what was coming back as soon as I started talking like that, and he just started laughing. And we have a chemistry, you know, we've got a flow. People know it. He knows it. I know it. We got into a little us being
tropical thing.
Anti-white discussion.
But my personal opinion is that you've been around for over a decade, so there's plenty of content to know what this show is really about. People that haven't been around long that get upset could just be misinterpreting something and as a result wasting your time.
Yeah, but I've spent a lot of time talking shit about Donald Trump. I've spent years just completely destroying Donald Trump, and it hasn't been until recently that I stopped doing that. So, I mean, there was a narrative here that all those people heard all the time, and they're going to come in here now and not hear that anymore, and be like, dude, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Enoch YU Beaslin 420. Snowflakes, son, trust me, there's a lot of them, bro.
Well, I'm trying to tell them to grow some thicker skin really quick so we can all have fun. And just understand this is an adult show and there's adult content, and you're going to hear over the top shit because we don't worry about advertiser friendly. You might be used to advertiser friendly content. That's not this. Totally not this.
Tropical thing. No, those are idiots. People change all the time, and that should be common sense. Anything else is like children fighting.
That's what I said. I was like, you guys are acting like kids. Man, I couldn't believe you wouldn't even like go and look at the video for yourselves and just see that it wasn't me that laughed at a joke. Jeez Louise, that's the first thing. The second thing was that the joke was a joke. It was meant to expose racism and the way racists think and speak. We're sorry to shock you, but yeah, there's people that think that. You know, and Billy was exposing those morons. Here's what they say. Here's how they talk. Don't think that everyone loves you, you know. Don't think your children are safe. You know, they're not. And, you know, they're so petrified that they're going to run from police officers and always give them an excuse to kill them. You know, the argument is always going to be that that suspect was on fleeing and could have grabbed and hurt and killed anybody in their path. How are you going to argue with that? We need non-lethal weapons for the police officers. I should watch last night's show. I didn't catch that. I was kicked off Truth Social, just like Facebook and Twitter. We'll go back and watch last night's video. You got kicked off Truth Social for what? What'd you get kicked off Truth Social for? I didn't even think that was a thing. God, I bet you I'm next. I bet you I don't even have an account anymore now. Boca Grandmom, I know I have to wait a minute for you to hear this, because Rumble has a minute, almost a minute lag time.
Enoch YU Beaslin 420. We love you, Billy. Don't ever change, bro.
We love you, Billy, too. You were misunderstood last night. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, bro. But it's also nice to see that the people in this movement are so offended by perceived racism. That's actually very refreshing. You know, it's just they're barking up the wrong tree, man. You know, I'm glad that you're mad about racism, but you're barking up the wrong tree.
Trendy Nick. Ditto Enoch.
Thank you, Nick. What happened to Boca Grandmom? I'm sitting here waiting for you to reply, hon, and you didn't say anything back. I asked you what you got kicked off Truth Social for, and you never responded. Because I don't want to get kicked off of there. I just got on there. Now I bet you I'm going to have a bunch of haters now. I hope that's the next road. I don't know. I sent an email. You don't even know. Oh my God. What the hell? I'm sorry that happened to you, Boca Grandmom. That's weird. Ah, dude. I've got Truth Social up and I just don't even want to look at it. I'm gonna close it. I don't want to say I've got 2 Truth Social pages open. Go away, I'm not looking. Matt Walsh have an idiot contest. That's so funny. So this keeps going.
Ben Shapiro, but my guess is that we're into the millions now at this point. Yeah, that would be my guess. I can say for double mastectomies, the most recent, I read a report recently that there were over 1,000 done between 2016 and 2019, and when you compare that to how many were done between 2008 and 2015, it's a massive increase.
Pause it. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. And I know that we're pausing it a lot, but so there's been a massive increase in that 3-year period. He cites 2008 to 2015. A massive, by the way, it's double that time period, but fine. massive increase since that other time period. What has happened in the past, I don't know, 5-6 years when it comes to trans healthcare? It's gained wider acceptance in medical communities. No, it must be something nefarious where it's just exploding everywhere and the liberals are telling you and forcing you to be trans, as opposed to like, I mean, the example you gave me before the show, right? There's been a massive increase in gay marriages. Well, why is that?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many more gay marriages over the past, like, 6, 7, 8 years than there was, like, in the 8 years prior.
It's weird.
So strange. All of a sudden, all these new gay people. All right, come on.
And over 1,000 girls had gender-affirming double mastectomies in that time frame.
And when you say girls, you're talking about prepubescent?
Right. Minors, and that's
Pause
just
for a
up
second.
until 2019.
Not prepubescent.
Incidentally, prepubescent is different from minors. There's no prepubescent mastectomies. I can assure you, almost definitionally.
You can't. You get it right.
Go ahead.
And then we know that.
I mean, pause it.
there's
Just
this exponential
like, it's just like we'll go back so you can watch this whole thing, complete. But just understand, this guy purports to be an expert. They're having a conversation about this, and he's going like, minors and prepubescent are the same thing. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is there not like a 6th grade education between the two of these idiots? Prepubescent equals minor?
But don't you hear prepubescent? It sounds scarier. It sounds scarier than if you've transitioned and if you have been socially transitioned for years and years and years, and at age 16 or 17 you decide to finally, with the assistance of your doctors and with the consent of your parents, decide this is right for me because I am a trans boy. It's just.
All right, so go back. We'll let it go through. Sorry, I know this is annoying, but this is it's more annoying to have to listen to this and understand how widely disseminated this crap gets.
2008 and 2015, it's a massive increase, and over 1,000 girls had gender-affirming double mastectomies in that time frame.
And when you say girls, you're talking about prepubescent,
right? Minors, and that's just up until 2019, and then we know that there's been this exponential increase with all this stuff year over year. So it's a lot. It's too many. Having this happen to one kid is way too many. It's a lot.
Yeah, and look, if you're an adult and you want to do that, and you understand who you are and what you are, and this is how you feel you should progress, you're an adult. This is a free country. You should be able to do whatever you want. But when you're talking about doing that to children, the fact that so many people are on board and so many people are angry, if you have, like, people are going to be angry at us that we're having these conversations.
Yeah, they will be. And I also...
Yeah, because you're fucking it up.
I actually think that this shouldn't be happening to
a very small number, if that's right.
It says over the last 5 years, there were at least 4,780 adolescents who started puberty blockers and had a prior gender dysphoria diagnosis.
This is, it's kind of undercounted, but that
would be a big undercounting.
Less than 1,000 people a year.
Yeah.
A big undercount, 4,000 to 1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess, hundreds of thousands at this, but...
So the expert has just moved from millions, he said 2 minutes ago in this clip, to, it's actually,
an order of magnitude
5,000 over the course of 5 years.
Less than that, meaning, as Matt just said, less than 1,000 a year. Less than 1,000 a year, but it's millions.
And so he's dropped it down. Oh, well, based on new information, I actually think it's hundreds of thousands instead of millions. I mean, this guy is an expert, according to him. And like, how much more fundamental what question? Like, on day one, we got the video cameras, we got the microphones. What's the first question we should ask? How many kids are actually, how many kids are we talking about? You know what? Let's save that question for 2.5 years from now when we're done with the movie. Are you effing kidding me? This is a freaking embarrassment. Good job, Spotify. Continue.
I actually think that this shouldn't be happening to...
Dawn lights on Mobblehead. That's what's happening.
It says over the last 5 years, there were at least 4,780 adolescents who started puberty blockers and had a prior gender dysphoria diagnosis.
This says it's kind of undercounted, but that
would be a big undercounting.
Less than 1,000 people a year.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! Why did we book this guy?
Yeah, I mean, I would guess, hundreds of thousands at this, but I could be wrong.
Asshole.
I could be wrong.
Million sounds great.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah, there it is.
Could be wrong.
The Media Matters will have fun with that clip.
Yeah.
Matt Walsh claims it was.
Yeah, you're full of
Yeah,
shit.
you know what? They should. Media
Just like
Matters
we
should.
are.
In fact, every single person who has ever had you on a show should take a look at that clip and say, God, what the hell is wrong with me? Why did I have this person on who didn't even know the basic fact of his entire premise, other than the fact that no one should be allowed to be trans, according to him? Outside of that, every single thing he said beyond that is a complete and total lie.
Yeah.
The most basic, fundamental argument he's making is that there's too many kids. Like, he's saying that there's thousands double mastectomy. I'd like to look that up now, too, frankly.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I just looked it up. This is from the Christian Broadcasting Network, which is I wouldn't trust necessarily for stats on this, but findings based on the nationwide ambulatory surgery sample found that about 1,100 chest reconstruction surgeries performed on children between 2016 and 2019.
Bonsai house.
So like, yeah, that's between 3 years of 1,100.
I think that's what he said.
Right.
Double mastectomies over, and that's probably where he got it, from the Christian Broadcast Network,
Right.
which, of course, as you know, is a very reliable arbiter of these questions.
We should say on this, like, implicit in their discussion that people are rushing into these is the idea that, it's some sort of fad and these people are going to regret it later. But we have deep numbers on that, and the studies show, like, depending on what country it is, under 1% to about 2% people have some sort of regret undergoing these surgeries, and of the people that detransition, like a large chunk of those folks retransition back, so it implies that maybe some of the regret is cultural. So like this is all like, and so what you have to think about then is, if we're going to say like what Matt Walsh wants with these Tennessee hospitals, say we're not going to do any of this stuff, you're basically sentencing kids who have socially transitioned to have to grow breasts that they don't want, because you're decided that Republican lawmakers need to be between that child and a young adult at that point, their doctor and parents. We need to further government bureaucrat there.
And there are like actual ramifications for forcing that kind of like, say, growth of breasts, or just pubescent growth of traits that don't actually match with one's gender identity, and that makes it harder for trans kids to socially transition. And if they make that decision between their doctors and their parents, conservatives who are like, hey man, live and let live, should have no problem with it. But that's not the reality of the situation. Matt Walsh is a theocrat who wants to impose his very strict...
Like water, like the hose or the river. Leo hates it.
I've got more followers than the Majority Report on Rumble. How funny is that?
sense of morality and values onto society, regardless of the outcomes for people, for everybody else. It's a minoritarian and religious fundamentalist argument. So he can't back it with facts. That's why he has to fudge them, and he wasn't expecting pushback. But
fudge.
But I mean, lie. Fine.
Fudge.
No, but he wasn't expecting.
5,000.
He was not expecting that Spotify, between the last time that we covered a Rogan clip where he was lying or misrepresenting facts
about the litter boxes.
About the litter boxes, yes, that is exactly what happened. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but my guess is that Spotify's legal team, after that happened, after Rogan completely lied about a personal anecdote that one of his friends had a parent that had them in, who was a teacher, who had them install a litter box in their school. Like, that was completely made up, and he had to backtrack about it. That was directly from Spotify's legal team, and they're now saying we have to push back on some of this. So Matt Walsh, we got him in the sweet spot. We got him in the sweet spot when that memo came down, and he was not expecting it, and that caused him to essentially shit his pants on air.
Okay, so according to the New York Times, around 3,200 girls 18 to 19, those aren't minors, received cosmetic breast implants from 2020. This is according to, and another 4,700 teenagers ages 13 to 19 had breast reductions. Okay, so that's breast reductions. That's not necessarily mastectomies, because, I mean, I knew kids when I was a kid who had breast reductions because the breasts, they didn't feel comfortable with how large they were.
Same.
I don't hear them so concerned about breast augmentation.
Nor do I hear them concerned about rhinoplasty. That's some kids get when they're in their teenage years.
Okay, those are good points, but all right. I don't like them. I'm not I'm just not. I don't subscribe to their bullshit. They do make points that I agree with. This was one of those times. But for the most part, I disagree with them on almost everything else they talk about.
Emote 53903 Nays Garden Curious Bee.
All right. No law regarding cannabis, everybody. Cheers. Oh, we got the Beazle cam got disturbed there. Because my fan knob, it's on the fan controller. The camera's on the fan controller. That's my dog, Rogan.
Tropical
everybody.
Thing. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Hoot and hell. Cheers.
Resist the temptation to get on Truth Social.
Bonsai House. Kids get breast reductions if their breasts are deforming their spinal cord. My mom did it. She stood up straight after. Before she looked like Bernie Sanders with boobs.
Appreciate you telling me that she looked like me. Whenever I like to put my mittens on and sit in the stadium when I'm very cold, I like to sit there in my little chair and put my mittens on and write some legislation. I like to do Medicare for all, universal basic income. I have a very small, humble, meager $250,000 home, and then I have yet another small, meager $250,000 home on the beach. I like to surf. I get out there, I do a little surfing, and watch the sunsets with my wife. What's up, everybody? You can talk to me on Rumble, guys, if you want to. It's okay. Don't feel like you have to not address me. If you have a question or whatever, feel free. We've talked about everything already. But if you want to ask me something in the chat on Rumble, go ahead. It's okay.
Bonsai House. Bernie Sanders DS a breast reduction so he stands upright.
I got a little bit of a breast reduction surgery, so that don't get mad at me. But I had to make some changes in my life. Hey, let's get that flanger sound on. Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to do that. That would be, if I put on my glasses here, I could probably see what I need to see here. Okay, here we go. Let me kick this over. Let me see. here we go. Delay, reverb. Oh, that's the top of it. Mod. That sounds kind of like it, huh? Well, now they call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. Well, now they call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. I ain't hiding from nobody, and I don't carry me no load. You got the sound right, huh? That is fucking right on. There ain't no change in the weather. Ain't no changes in me. There ain't no change in the weather. Changes in me. I ain't hiding from nobody. Nobody's hiding from me. Oh, ain't that the way it's supposed to be? Got that green light, baby. Let's turn that reverb. I got that green light, baby. I got to keep moving on. I got that green light, baby. I got to keep moving on. Keen Meg, Grandpa sent you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in here. Where was I? I got the green light, but I might go out to California.
Might go down to Georgia, I don't know. It's a really dry sound, actually. It's a really dry sound. Oh, yes, I love them Georgia peaches. Make me feel right at home. Oh, yes, I love them Georgia peaches. Make me feel right at home. But I'm in love with women, so I can't stay in Georgia long. Well, now they call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. Well, now they call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. Mr. Breeze. That sound, man. That little bit of a chorus sound, that was easy to do. I just kind of dialed it in and went. That's totally the sound, though. That's what it is. You just have to hold that. And then this one is. I have to learn that solo all over again. I used to know that solo all the way through without a pause. I could just play right through it. And I have to stop at every point now and try to remember where the next thing goes.
And then once I'm like there, I can kind of start doing it. But that whole fluid, I mean, I was playing it live while the band's going, man. I'd play the whole solo. I didn't feel like I was rushed at all, but it's like I've forgotten. So I try to practice that as much as I can, you know. I don't want to forget that. Deer Slayer here, Keen Meg. Okay, so what about with this tone? God, that was freaking rough. It's like I need oil on here. Let's try a little bit of the triage oil, shall we? Let's try a little bit of this triage. Hey bro, what's up? That's awesome, bro, but no, I can't. I don't have it. All right. Cool. Yeah, no problem. All right. Bye. I'm having a problem with this with my picking hand. I generally don't have this problem. I don't know what's going on right now. This is really weird. Maybe it's just because it's this guitar or something? This should not be a problem for me. I should just be able to go right through that. That is so weird. Dude, I feel like my there's something going on. Feel like the end of Crossroads, Rick. I couldn't play where Steve Vai couldn't play. It's like something neurological, bro. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. place to find you. Oh, burn, burn your life now. That's the life to find you. Can you see like a child? Can you see what I want? I want a love that'll break your garden. That's the place to find you. I want to burn, burn your life down. I'll analyze the blind you. Can you see just like a child? Can you feel just what I want? Can I bring you back to life? Are you scared of life? Burn! Side of the prize here. We've lost sight of the prize, which is the Beazle, the Beazle, the Beazle. To blind you, can you see just what I want? Can you feel what bring you back to life? Are you scared? that song. My fingers are numb. Numb. Sound is sick, man. I love it. gone. Like a bat of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. And when the day is done and the lights go down, moon is shining. Then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. My fingers are completely numb and dead to me now, as I am to you. So anyway, let me put this down and improve our relationship instantly. Okay, the Beazle is... Oh, the Beazle's right. Yes, if it ain't broke, that's what they say, right? The Beazle. He's Beazling right there. He's a little out of focus. I don't want him to Beazle out of focus. There we go. That's a focused Beazle. A focused Beazle is a good Beazle. Aww, there's the bees. So cute, so lovable. We all love the bees. Yes, everyone loves the Beazle. You awesome, fantastic people, you. Nobody is any longer speaking in here except for Token Tony Z. Token Tony Z. Court is adjourned. The session is over. Court is in session. The verdict is in. No appeal on the docket today. Just my own sin. The walls cold and pale, this cage made of steel. How do I remember that? I don't remember anything else after that. Alone I drop and kneel. I should probably listen to this song. I used to know that song. Like on guitar. I used to play it on my guitar in bars and shit. I can't remember the fucking name of it. I can't remember the fucking chorus. What do you guys got out there in the audience? Anything? Dave Fishing, Token Tony Z. Anybody else? What do we got? Who's out here? You know what's going to happen if I don't hear from you guys, so I'll give you about 2 minutes. So we'll say about 2:45, guys. In 2 hours and 45 minutes into the show, I want to see how many of you I can hear from. Give me a shout out in the audience, people. People, give me a shout out in the audience, people. Give me a shout out in the... Give me a shout out in the audience, people. Hey, Mary Elab. Thank you, Mary L. One person, yes. That's one person. Can we get any more? I've got a lot of warm bodies that aren't responding, though. So, If I don't hear from you guys here in the next couple of seconds, if you're here, sound off. If you're here, sound off. That's what Token Tony Z said. You got 30 seconds, man. Let me hear your voices or I'm ending the show. Thank you for the 6 thumbs ups. I really do appreciate the 6 thumbs ups, everybody. That's awesome. Okay, good enough for me. You guys take care. I will see you next time I do a show. And I'll probably be staying off social media for a little while. I don't know. Alright, bye guys.